More good news. I think it is finalized, according to Shawn Porter, that his fight with Errol Spence will be happening. It'll be on pay per view. Still no date or venue next. Maybe they haven't told him. Um, but both contracts are signed, so that's great. We got a unification. Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter. Seen Earl Spence working out. I mean, not personally, but like on his Instagram, Snapchat, stuff like that. So he's working out, he's training, which is good. Shawn Porter, always in shape. So it looks like we got a fight on our hands. Great fight. Battle of the Body Snatchers. Shawn Porter said he's going to come in like Mike Tyson. I think it's great. Um, I'm not a fan of Shawn Porter trying to box. Um, it's just, it's not. I'll never tell someone what they can or can't do, but this is not his style. I'll put it like that. It's not his best look for sure. So I think his best chance is to smother Earl Spence's work, come on the inside, stay in Earl's chest. Don't forget, Sean's a smaller, shorter fighter. So if the fight's in close, he'll actually have the leverage advantage. It actually helps Shawn Porter. Um, for Earl Spence, he wants to stay on the distance, use that jab, use that length, reach. Um, the key with Shawn Porter doing that, he has to use angles. If he comes straight in, it doesn't matter if he tries to come in like Mike Tyson. He'll still get pieced up. Um, so he definitely wants to come in angles. But it's a great fight, man. I'm excited. It's really good. We'll really still see how good Earl Spence is because, if you're not a fan of Earl Spence or think he's, still a little bit green in this championship level, you could say, Kell Brook's a good fighter, but he was coming down in weight after a loss. Um, Lamont Peterson's a good fighter, but a bit long in the tooth. Carlos Ocampo, who the fuck is that? Nobody knew him. Um, Mikey Garcia, he's a small fighter. He's a great fighter, but he's small. He's coming up. So now we get to see Earl versus a full-fledged welterweight with some momentum, you know, and a contrasting style. So to be honest, you could argue this is really the fight where we can see if Earl's really the truth. I think he's the real deal, but you got to keep showing improving, and this is a definite big step in that direction. So, and I've never seen anyone beat Shawn Porter easy. You can say Ugas arguably beat him, but it definitely wasn't easy. Um, Danny Garcia, I thought Shawn beat Danny, but it was close. It was close. It was competitive. I thought Keith beat Shawn, but it was close. I thought Kell Brook beat Shawn, but again, it was. Kell Brook had a little more separation than Keith, but it was still competitive. Um, so my question is will Shawn or will Earl, if he does beat Shawn, if um, will he be the first to dominate Shawn Porter or be the first to stop him? Um, I'm not too sure. I think he beats him. I don't know if he stops him. But can he do it better than Kell Brook and Keith Thurman? That would be the question. Or, he's never fought a fighter like Shawn Porter who's rough, rugged. I would say more athletic, to be honest. Yeah, this is probably the best athlete that Earl Spence has fought that I can think of. Yeah, so this is definitely the most athletic fighter that Shawn has fought, or that Earl's fought. So this is it's definitely a test. It's definitely a challenge. So it's gonna be it's not gonna be as easy as people think. If he makes it look easy, wow. But he'll send shockwaves if he knocks out Shawn. But it's been the year of the upset. Um, it's been a good year for shorter fighters. Shawn Porter. He might test Earl a little too good. You never know. 2019's been kind of that year, so um, definitely got to be cognizant of that if you guys are into betting or anything like that. It has not been a good year to be a favorite in boxing, um, especially when the styles kind of contrast each other. So I favor Earl Spence, but it's definitely not an easy fight. It's a good fight. Uh, I think we might get a classic, bro. I think it's gonna be a classic fight. I've been waiting to see this fight for years, so I'm real excited. You can tell, um, but definitely know what you guys think. You know, implications for the winner or the loser. You know, what if Shawn makes the upset and beats Earl? You know, what if Earl beats Shawn dominantly? Then it's like, wow, you just dominated two great fighters back to back. So. Um, typically I wait for fighters to announce it. So when Shawn said it's finally finalized, that's good. We still haven't heard much from Team Spence, which actually is a good thing. Sometimes less is more. So, like I said, I've seen him work out a little bit more. He seems to, you know, his face is slimmed down and stuff like that. So that's good. So typically means he's in training camp mode. They still haven't set a date yet. I think it's probably August or September, and then probably on well, let's see, because if Danny and Mikey's on pay-per-view, that would be late August. I don't know, because it's June, July, or it's actually going to be July in like a couple of weeks. So I don't know, because Mikey said they barely talked about fighting Danny Garcia. So maybe they'll give the August date to Spence and Porter. I'm not sure. Because they haven't said, so I don't know. I'm thinking late August, early September, maybe October. They'll put because I know Wilder wants to fight Ortiz, and that's supposed to be on pay per view. You don't want too many pay per views in the same month. It's okay if it's once a month or whatever, but you don't want them typically in the same month. So this month you got what, or next month you got Pacquiao Thurman. Month after that, Spence Porter. Then Mikey versus Danny. Then the month after that could be Deontay versus Ortiz. So it could be something like that. But typically, you don't want to do too many pay-per-views in the same month. Especially when you're the same network and stuff. So, but yeah, it's a great fight, man. I'm definitely excited. It's the top 5, or actually top 4 of the division, which is Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. It's a great fight. I see it being very competitive. I think we're in store for a classic. I think it's going to be real action packed. I'm excited, man. This is cool. If you're a boxing fan, you should be happy for it, man. I think it's going to be on Fox pay-per-view, so that's cool. Good fight. Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter. Definitely drop comments, like, subscribe. Predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be a blowout? Do you think it's going to be a classic like I think? Do you think it's just going to be competitive? Do you think it's going to be cool? Definitely let me know. All right?